Hi there, Simon from simonwoods.com here. It's the last of 4 videos based on the Morrisons and Wine Society set of wines. Morrisons, big supermarket, Wine Society, cooperative, owned by its members and their own label range. So I've got 4 from the Wine Society and 2 from Morrisons. And one of theirs to start off with. It's their Côtes de Beaune 2008 Maurice et Fils, Maurice Sons. Very, very droll. Reduced from £12.99 to £6 at the moment. Well, smelling it, it smells like it should be £6 is more the correct price. Burgundy should be sexy and feral. This smells like it's young, sappy and fruity, and it's certainly very, very pale in colour. It feels like there's not all that much substance here. No, not enough wine there. Certainly £13, you'd be very disappointed with that, and I don't think you'd be all that much happier if you paid £6 for it. Next one, the Society's French Full Red from Vendée des Côtes Catalan. So Catalonia, so just above the Spanish border. Close to the Med. So grapes here will tend to be things like Grenache, Sanso, I don't know if it's got anything else on here, Carignan probably, hasn't got anything about the blend. But I think this is about £4.50. Well, it's a big, rich, robust, ruddy, healthy, meaty smell. It doesn't smell like it's going to wash you away with its complexity, but it's going to give you a big bear hug and say, hello, I'm friendly, drink me. I like that. Yes, it's rough-edged and spicy, and yeah, it's not quite clean-shaven. It smells good. Yeah, honest, juicy, warm, earthy fruit. Exactly what you want in a wine at that price, and which you so seldom get. I like that very much, and certainly prefer it to the Burgundy. Okay, the Society's Corbières, 2007. So a bit further, if Roussillon is like the bit just above Spain, Corbières is the bit just above Roussillon, where Roussillon meets Languedoc. Similar sort of grape blend, maybe a bit more. Yeah, again, Carignan and Grenache would tend to be the most dominant grapes. No, it doesn't say on here what's in it. But you get something of the wildness of the landscape. There's this herbiness going on there, and yes, again, it's got this slightly feral, meaty edge. Smells good. It's sweeter. It's sweet. It feels sweeter. Not actively sweet, as in there is more sugar in there, but there's riper, juicier fruit. Maybe not quite as much backbone structure as the other one, but I actually prefer the one before. This one is maybe just a touch simple in comparison. It's got this extra edge of ripeness, but doesn't quite have that rustic charm that the French Full Red does. I still like it, but not quite as much. Let's move into the Southern Hemisphere. 3 different countries. The Society's Chilean Cabernet Sauvignon 2006, made by, I think, Concha Toro. Maipo Valley. Maipo Valley is the bit very, very close to Santiago, the capital. And it's got that classic Chilean blackcurrant pastel smell. It's a smell that once you come to associate it with the country, it's very, very hard to get out of your mind. And you find it, once upon a time I thought it was Cabernet Sauvignon, but you find it in other grape varieties too. There must be just something about the soil there that gives this edge of, it's a different sort of minty, medicinal edge than the eucalyptus edge that you get in Australia. Very distinctive. A bit of tar as well. Well, it delivers quite a lot of bang for your buck there. Very in your face, lots of flavour. This warm blackcurrant edge, blackcurrant verging into blackberry, and you know when you make a crumble and those bits bake on, it's got some of that character there. That blackcurrant pastel, that slightly minty edge that you get on the nose, it's nicely melded in. It doesn't dominate the palate. Like that. Okay, over the hill into Argentina, and Susana Balbo from Dominio del Plata, who one of Argentina's top winemakers. People say one of Argentina's top female winemakers. I find it very demeaning. She's just one of the top winemakers. And it's weird because we've got 2006 on the Chilean Cabernet, 2009 here for this Mendoza Malbec. And I stick my nose in and I get this lovely, big, rich, chocolatey edge. And sometimes you think, is that oak? And I think it is oak here. But I've been fooled in the past. Sometimes I've thought, oh, well, too much oak there. And they say, no oak here at all. I've got a feeling that really warm, chocolatey edge here is from a touch of oak. Let's see if it's got anything, blah, blah, blah. No, it doesn't say anything about the winemaking on the back. But yes, there's chocolate, there's vanilla, but then behind it there's this plummy violet fruit, that blackberry, blackcurrant and plum that Malbec does so well in Argentina. Alluring. Well, it's a style of wine that nobody else in the world really makes. It's got this violet edge, it's got this ripe fruit, it's got this hint of chocolate, and I think it is from oak. But it manages to be rich, but it coats your mouth, but it's refreshing at the same time. Alcohol 14%, so par for the course for Argentina, I'm afraid. But it's not cloying. It doesn't feel like you know, sometimes wines you feel like you're drinking molasses. You don't feel that here at all. And I think that oak will calm down, and we're in middle of March now, and I think that's going to be better towards autumn. Hopefully they'll be on the same vintage then, but you never know. But yeah, oak tannins just coming through a little bit too strongly at the moment. Final wine, Buckingham Estate Reserve Shiraz, so imported by Buckingham Vintners. So Buckingham Estate, it's nothing to do with Buckingham Palace, but Western Australian Shiraz. Now, I have to confess, I've had this wine in the past and I thought it had been overdone, so I'm bringing my prejudices here. Overdone as in over-oaked, over-ripe. Let's see. Well, it doesn't smell quite as rich and ripe and fleshy and forward as I want to be, as I remember it being. Now, it sounds like that's a negative, but for me it was almost too much of those things. I don't know whether it's the same vintage that's had time to calm down and maybe they haven't sold it as well as they could have done. But it feels, yeah, I get some of that mintiness. We were talking about mint and things with the Chilean, but feels in balance with the wine here. And you're getting a little bit of leathery maturity. The fruit has gone from being fresh and punchy to just getting this slightly figgy edge to it. Bit of fig, bit of raisin. I think I still find it too simple. I find it very concentrated, but I still find it simple. It's one of those bands, you know, you have bands and there's just like drum, bass, guitar, and you think it would be better if only they had some keyboards, if only they had another guitarist, or if only they had a wind section or something like that. I find it just a bit gawky. It's full of, it's honest, it's rich, yet it is intense. It's not as intense and certainly not as oaky as I remember it from the first time I tasted it. Probably wasn't this vintage, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not going to go overboard for it, but anyway. Hope you enjoyed those. I enjoyed some of them more than others, but anyway, see you soon.